And so we're just going to jump right into it. As we begin play tonight in the Northern Expanse, go ahead and activate that. Also figured I'd show off some of my own little personal maps that I've made over time tonight. So the Northern Expanse is an area beyond the more civilized regions, beyond even the last outpost of the human empire. There are still towns up here, but they tend to be relatively small. And our players will be beginning in the small town. Jake, click the finger for GM assist because we can see it flying around. Our players will be beginning in the small town of Laketon, which probably unsurprisingly is on a lake. And so they have been in this town for a while. Our heroes, Aldair the Swift, an elf, Corm the True, a dwarf, and Thayar the Wise, a wizard, a human wizard. And they have been spending some time here in Laketon looking for adventure and have heard some rumors that hopefully will draw their attention, because if it doesn't, I don't have anything else prepared, so our session is going to be extremely short. So you've heard tell of a hermit that lives out in the woods not far from town, and in fact you can see his little house on the map just on the other side of the lake. While none can say they're dangerous, and most will tell you that they've done naught to hurt anyone, folks seem to think that the old hermit is mighty queer. And some that have been around on dark nights near his home, when the moon is bright, claim to see strange lights and hear stranger sounds near that cabin. Sounds like chanting and bawling infants. So, I hope our adventurers are interested in going to see what's going on over there.
Hey,
Is that of
Corm,
interest?
I understand hermits. They always have such interesting stories to tell, and if we bring him nice things like maybe a warm blanket or a pair of cooking gloves and stuff like that, like maybe he'll share a story with us. I mean, also, I don't know when the last time I saw him come into town, and I'm a little concerned. Um, I have spoken to him on occasion. And he always comes into town regularly, but I haven't seen him come for his supplies, so I'm sure he'd appreciate it if we were to bring him stuff. Do you still have your ass? We could load it up with the stuff and bring it to him.
Well, it's got ale on it, casks of ale. But this hermit, do you think he will be making some of that homebrew of his? Because if he's making the homebrew, we could leave my ale here, and then I would be fine.
Or if he's making his home ale, we should bring an empty cask and bring some back into town. That'd be fair trade for supplies.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good. Yes.
Of course, that might explain why we haven't seen him in a while if he was brewing up some of his home brew. So that could explain it, but that might be a good time to go and get some then.
Well, we could hop along.
Yeah. Well,
your trusty friend Thayar is interested in doing whatever the two of you decide. He is largely a silent companion and speaks only when absolutely necessary, but you know him to be a wizard of no small water.
Strong silent type is what he is. Strong silent type.
I hear he reserves his talking for casting spells only.
Well, you don't want to be talking too much, do you? I mean, never have a traveling companion that constantly talks. That is just not one. Those blinking halflings, they're the worst. They talk too much. Way too much. Always got something to say, they have.
Well, we'll see if that if that hermit will is good. Remind me, what was the name of your beast of burden again? I used to sing songs to it, I think.
Buttercup, obviously.
Oh,
good dwarven name. Buttercup.
Okay. I thought it was Buttocks Cup because it was an ass. but I guess Buttercup. I keep getting that confused. I'll write it down.
The only arse here is you, my friend. You need to drink more ale.
Oh, us elves, our constitutions aren't made for ale so much.
No, it's wine, isn't it? Wine.
Wine.
Namby-pamby wine. I mean, I don't know.
Yes. Yes.
Now, it can't be a good ale, you know.
But you do know
Especially
why.
homebrew.
You do know why elves drink wine so much.
Because they can't stomach the beer.
No, because that's what they're used to hearing from all the other races. They just whine and whine and whine. Oh, why don't the elves do this? And why don't the elves do that? And how come you're there in your trees and then your high castles and stuff? So we've just gotten adjusted to wine.
You do take your time to decide to do things. There's important things in the world. And what are you doing? You sat there with your wine. Chat, 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 chat. Oh, action is what you need. Action.
You know what? That reminds me. I'll go get a bottle or two for our hermit friend prior to going out on our little trek. Shall we take
Wine?
the shall we take
I
the
don't know
ferry
anything about
across the
wine.
lake?
There is no
We're not
ferry.
going across the lake. We're not going across any lakes. No lakes, remember. I know we're in Laketon, but no lakes. You know what happened last time? I fell off. Now, you know, in my armor, I can't swim.
But you were
You
on
have
the
to jump
dock
in and save me.
when you fell off. You fell off and it was just up to your knees.
You bumped into me and you knocked me off. I mean, what more can I say? What more can I say? Whining, knock me into the water. And I wasn't doing the most talking.
So are you guys I don't know if you've looked, so I have set up distances fairly accurately, I think, on the map. So it's if you just go straight across the lake, which there you can't, to be sure, there's no raft. But it is only about 7 miles directly from Laketon. But if you're going to go around, you're looking at probably closer to 6, 7, 8, 9 miles to go around the periphery of the lake in the forest. So that won't take too terribly long. You could get there by, we'll assume that we started in the morning, so you could get there probably by midday or afternoon. Or do you want to wait until evening, or do you want to travel overnight and arrive in the morning? What do you want to do?
I think we better get our asses going.
Yeah, well, I mean,
An ass is an ass is an ass, remember?
there's no time like the present.
Okay. So
Or
if you're going to
Or said,
travel
there's
by
no guest like one who brings a present. There's a saying, something like that.
Oh,
Or there's
There's a lot
nothing
of
about
sayings out
someone
there, right?
interrupting someone else is another saying as well. Never interrupt anyone else.
So as you're traveling, we're going to do like a mini travel roll here to see if anything of interest happens before you get there. Why don't one of you roll a d20 for me?
Oh, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I like that. Straight down the middle.
10. Okay. So as you are traveling through the woods, I guess I am going to roll a die today. This. You come upon some guards from town who often will, wander in the major paths in the woods and also along the nearby river just to keep the town safe, from wandering monsters and whatnot. They are pretty lightly equipped. I mean, to call them guards is maybe a bit of a stretch. More like local militia or local huntsmen. There are 4 of them that are traveling together in the nearby woods.
Well, look, hey, Schlemiel, hey, Schlemazel, how you doing? Hey, guys.
Oh, change the subject. You were the one that pushed me into the water. I bathed the months before. I didn't need another one, and you just knocked me in.
Do you guys remember that?
Guards?
Do you remember
No.
that? He tried to. Yes, the
So-
guards from town. Have you been there to see the hermit? Are you gone out that far?
Oh, well, first they're laughing at you calling up this discussion of Corm falling into the lake, but
Well,
yeah,
he
if
did
you ask if
register an
they've
official
been
complaint against me. They
if
did
you
have to
ask if
deal
they've
with
been
that.
around the hermit's cabin, they say, yeah, I mean they've been pretty much all around the lake. They do a loop every day, um, partly to help watch and protect the town, but also partly just kind of for exercise and get out and do some hunting. So
Any
yeah, they're on their
an-
return loop.
any sightings of the Loch Ness monster?
Oh, there's no monster in this here little pond. This isn't
No,
even the real lake.
no, Loch Ness monster, right? Corm, remember?
Oh,
It it
yeah, I
it
saw it
almost
there
swallowed
once.
you whole. Apparently, by the
Came out there,
stories.
and it. Oh, yeah.
But no,
And
nothing
he
like
whines
that.
so much.
The forest around the lake has been relatively quiet. Is
Ah,
there a reason why you're asking about the hermit?
oh, we're heading out there with a couple of empty barrels, hoping that he had made some of his homebrew that he wanted to trade.
Oh yeah.
Haven't seen him in Lake Town for a long time to get supplies. We brought him some of this
Oh,
stuff
nor have
too,
I.
just in case.
Yeah,
A
he's not
bountiful,
been around for
beautiful
quite some
harvest is what
time
he's
now.
after.
Hmm. Well, no, it's we walked by there. It's been a couple of hours ago now at this point, and his cabin was quiet. I imagine he was probably out for the day. You know how he likes to forage in the forest.
So you didn't hear him sing then? Because we know the hermit likes to sing. And he's always giving us this song, isn't he? That song. I'm sure we'll hear it later when the hermit turns up.
Yeah.
Maybe you will. Maybe you will. Well, I think we're gonna head on to Laketon. Lunch is waiting for us.
Hey, and guys, thank you for keeping us safe.
Oh, of course. I mean, whenever you're ready to take a tour, let us know. This is all voluntary.
Tour. We don't need a tour. We've been around the lake a couple of times, He threw me in. Shocking, shocking.
Well, whenever you want to pull a shift, Corm, that's what we're saying.
Pull a shift. I pull a pint.
Corm, next time you try to get off a dock, try to go like into the boat beside the dock, not the water.
I was looking to make sure I wouldn't fall, and then you had to barge into me, and then I almost drowned, I was spluttering in that water. I can't swim.
Well, we should teach you. That isn't that how
Why?
you teach babies how to swim? You put them in a barrel of water and then they float and don't sink and stuff like that.
If dwarfs were meant to swim, we'd have
Mhm.
short beards, and we never have short beards. If
Oh,
we were meant to swim, we were meant to swim, but we were never meant to swim. Bathing is once a month at most,
well, you know what?
if that.
If you weren't meant to swim, maybe flying's your thing. Maybe next time we'll climb up to
Flying?
the tall tower,
Are
and
you
we'll see if
insane?
dwarves fly instead of swim.
Madness, I say. Elven madness.
I mean, the big
Oh,
beards
I don't
probably
know.
flutter.
My beard does not flutter. My beard is prim and proper, nice and neat, trimmed to perfection.
Mhm.
The antique of wonder. The
If it-
bristles upon my face are just bristly.
Well, if it was as
Bristly.
trimmed as you claim, you wouldn't have tripped over it and fell off the dock into the water, would you have?
Just because you've got soft, smooth skin and can't grow a beard to save your life? I don't know, Pamby elves.
I resemble that
Oh,
comment.
Now, are you guys having this conversation continuing
Absolutely.
walking towards
Yeah,
the hermit's
yeah.
cabin? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
That's not a beard. That's bum fluff. Nothing like it. I've seen halfling
So
children with more beard than you.
and tell me, Corm, you're not
eventually,
married, are you yet? It's a wonder. It's a
No,
wonder.
no. I haven't found a dwarven woman with a beard big enough for me to tug onto.
Mhm.
eventually the hermit's cabin comes into view. Not for you yet, though, because you haven't uncovered anything. But as you come around the lake, I mean, it's set back a ways from the lake, probably a good, uh, you know, football pitch worth. Pretty pretty good expanse. And it's not like this place is mown lawns or anything like this. It's all forest underbrush and stuff. There's not really a trail. I mean, the hermit lives out here because he is a hermit. But his cabin looks to be in relatively good compare. If you had to guess, it's probably 20 to 35 feet on a side. Not a large cabin, but not a hovel either. It probably has room for a couple of rooms inside. On the outside, there's a kind of right up against one side of the cabin. There is a outhouse. There's also another kind of overhang from the roof that is overhanging his still, and he's got a little place for to run a fire there if he has to heat anything up for his still, and so on and so forth. And that's all kind of under an eave of the cabin, as it were, outside. But beyond that, the outside of the cabin looks like a rustic cabin in the woods, largely handcrafted. There is a bit of a stoop, not really a deck or a porch, but a few steps up to the main door, of which there is only one. No fire safety laws in Fantasy Kingdom, so just one door in and out of the cabin, and the
Hey,
door is closed.
Adams, Grizzly
Hold on.
Adams, are you there?
Hey,
Are you
Can
there,
you hear
Grizzly?
anything? Because I can't hear anything. And I know your ears are
Uh,
more sharper than mine. Maybe listen. I can't hear him singing. That's definitely
if you-
sounds like problems.
If you wanna see if you hear anything, you're gonna need to roll a mind roll. So you're gonna roll a d20 plus your mind stat.
All right.
And keep in mind we have to do that.
Oh,
So add
the
whatever your
dwarf
mind stat is to that.
is 19.
Oh, is your mind 0?
Yes, I'm a dwarf. My mind is 0.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, with a 19 and a 21, you both succeed. So this system eases out a lot of stuff pretty much, because any skill check, 13 or better always succeeds. Period. No hands, no questions. And then what is nice about this system is, so I don't roll generally. If you're attacked by someone, or if there is something that you're trying to do, like hear a sound or something like that, everything is rated as hard, normal, or easy. If it's hard, then you have to roll with a bane or with disadvantage. If it's normal, you just do a straight roll. If it's easy, you roll with a boon or advantage. So if I tell you to roll easy, then you have to roll with advantage. And you always add a statistic on some level or another. But yeah, with both of you passing that check, you don't hear anything from within the house. You don't even hear like a fire crackling, which makes sense. If you look up, you can see that there's no smoke coming out of the what would be the area for the smoke release of the chimney. This is kind of one of those kind of fantasy worlds where they don't necessarily have brick chimneys, but they have like hearths kind of in the middle of the main room of the home, and then there's a slightly higher roof above where that would be to let the smoke out, kind of Viking-esque or early Celtic kind of huts.
Well, Corm, you know what? Probably he's out checking his grouse traps. Let's go a little bit deeper in. I know where his hunting trails are. Let's see if we can find any of his traps, and if they're full or empty.
So I can never get a word in edgeways with you.
Really?
Come
That's
on.
odd, because a lot of people say that I'm quite a patient and listening person. If you want to talk, feel free. Go ahead.
Well.
I mean, like, I wouldn't be one to ever attempt to interrupt anybody, of course. Elves are such polite people and stuff like that. You don't give any indication, though, that you do want to say something. So, you know what? If you have a better idea and you don't want to check the grouse traps or something like that, you want to go pitter-patter around the lake, I understand. That's fine.
I missed all of that, but I'm sure you were whining. No, look, I can't smell any ale being brewed. I have a feeling
That's true.
that there are bandits around that have stolen our ale and stolen our brewmaker. And without that homebrew, well, I'm going to be mad. The gods are going to be mad. The town's going to be mad. And you're still going to whine. So I think we need to just get in there and knock on the door and knock it down, go in there and see what we can find out. We haven't got time to namby-pamby walk around like an elf and an elf and an elf. I mean, this is not a lover's road, is it? I mean, you haven't got an elf lady around here. You haven't got an elf lady in the forest, have you?
Corm, why didn't you just say your legs are tired? I understand, long walk, short legs. It could take a toll. I mean, it's been 9 miles for a dwarf. That's quite something.
Eternity, yes.
Let's knock on the door. We'll get you we'll get you off your feet.
I need to sit down. At my age, I
but
need
not
to
in
sit
the
down.
water, just off your feet.
No, we are not going anywhere near that blinking little lake. It may be a pond, it may be a big lake, I don't know. But you are not going to drown me again.
Mhm.
I barely survived last time.
So you knock on the door, and there is, you wait an appropriate amount of time. Maybe you give it a second knock, but no one comes to the door.
I shall open the door.
It's locked.
I shall unlock the door.
Okay, you can certainly try to.
I have a skeleton key of sorts, of course. He lent me one just in case I needed to come in and leave him stuff while he was out.
It's the same key you used at the bank in the last town, wasn't it?
Luckily, the locks are the same in nature. I guess the locksmith
You
is
told me it was that
lazy.
elven woman that you met that wanted you to recover that ring that got stolen from her and got put into the bank. Now, I still don't understand how this woman lost that ring and how you got charged with finding it.
Well, I just don't, I haven't seen her since. But she did promise, once she brought the ring back, that she would come and see me again, and that we'd live happily ever after. It's been quite a while. I do.
It was 3
am
years
concerned
ago.
about her. Yeah.
You think
know,
it was a con?
I remember it like yesterday. Look, I've been faithful and true. I haven't dated any other elves. I'm still waiting for her, my one true love, who I got a ring from the bank out of a safety deposit box and gave to her for the purposes of us getting married. And I am staying true to that promise. I will hopefully not have to wait another 20 years.
Hang on.
Although it is
Hang on. There was that centaur in the forest that you went prancing around with. Bareback riding, you said. Strangest thing I've ever seen, and I didn't want to see it.
You promised you'd never bring that up again.
There's no one here. Well, apart from Thayer, and he doesn't talk much about it. He won't spread it around. Not in a tavern, so I can't sing a song about it.
I told you, I was in a stage in my youth where I was, a little bit experimenting with, different things in life. Look, I never said I was proud of it, just that it was only
last
a
month.
one-time thing.
But you tugged his mane.
What?
Or was it her?
I didn't know it was a mane. I thought it was something
Well, you
completely
should have
different.
looked.
Look, if you expect me to know everything about Minotaur anatomy, was it a Minotaur? What did we say?
It was a centaur. You went for a Minotaur
centaur
as well.
I knew it was.
You have problems, my friend.
A
Problems.
centaur. It was 100 tours instead of a whole mine of them. I guess because you're a dwarf, I just associated Minotaur. Could be. Well.
Minotaur, not minor dwarf. Don't get us confused. None of my friends, none of my brothers and sisters will go anywhere near an elf.
Look, minors
fact,
is where I absolutely draw the line. That is wrong. I draw the line at minors.
Minors?
The fact that most of them are
need to-
dwarves has nothing to do with it.
Well, it's best underground, remember, in the dark. And where you don't get surprised. I mean,
So
if you went into the dark with
the sky is getting a little dark in the
Anyway, were you opening the door?
east?
Come on.
Oh, yes, the door. I tell you,
That time. Oh,
So you are
when I went
you
to
are a
pick a
skilled
best
burglar.
friend, the pickings were very slim in Lake Timber.
So you get a boon on checks involving lock picking. And this is an easy lock anyway, so you would have had a boon anyway. So you're going to roll agility with a boon.
Okay, and a boon is a second die, or what is it?
So keep high, yeah. Roll 2, keep high.
Don't break the lock.
Well, it's roll 2d20.
2d20 plus
You-
2 KH.
Okay, plus 2, yeah. KH is there. Okay, plus 2 roll. Okay. It does it a different way, but we'll see. Oh, look, that's really bad.
Oh, that was really
God
bad.
damn it. You know what? I think it's stuck. Maybe you could just bowl into it with that big melon of yours covered by that spiky helmet. Just try not to get the spike stuck in the wooden door, because that would be a scene, you know? Or if
I
you
still
do,
haven't got
I'll
over
grab the
last
legs and
time you
I'll
got
just
something
push.
stuck.
I'll push harder.
I still haven't got over last time you got something stuck in a door hole.
Well,
I mean, I don't know what you were looking through there for anyway, but when you got stuck, I had to walk away.
let me tell you, I haven't quite recovered since. I haven't been able to get the tool to work in the same way as it did prior to that. It was,
But that's because when you stick it in, you don't turn it right or you turn it left. You don't turn it at all. Maybe up or down, but not right or left. That's where you're going wrong. And that's because of the centaur. Right, I'll lock this door down. Out of the way, out of the way. Dwarf's coming through to work.
mhm.
So this will be a normal might roll or strength. So yeah, just d20 plus your strength.
I can't believe him. My best friend. He promised he wouldn't bring up that Minotaur thing again. Why does he always go back to the Minotaur? Or was it a centaur?
Okay, so 13 does it. Barely, but it does it. You manage to shoulder the door open. And it's maybe as you kind of stumble in after shouldering this door open, you kind of look down at the latch, as it were, the locking mechanism, and it seems like, I don't know, maybe Aldair is losing a step because it looked like a pretty simple lock. You feel like you probably could have even popped that lock if you wanted to. But the door's open.
Out there, look.
And as
There's no lock.
the light
It was a latch.
right, as the light begins to fade a little bit outside, I mean, it's still a little time until sunset, but it's getting darker. You see the inside of the cabin. There's a large table, a few chairs, a central hearth, a long bench along one wall, and the walls are hung with branch art and skins and drying herbs. It's very well lived in. You can see 2 additional doors. I guess I can actually show you. That's what I set this whole thing up for. So
See out there, lift it up and down, not side to side. You lifted the latch. It'll be easier. At least you didn't break anything this time.
I was told up and down, side to side is a better motion.
Oh, up and down, not side to side.
wow. So you do see a couple of doors on your right as you enter the cabin, but this is clearly the largest room of the cabin.
All right. Well, I
So it
mean,
appears to be unoccupied, and the hearth is cold.
oh, I don't see Grizzly here, and I don't see any notes from him either. He didn't leave anything on the pegboard. Let's
I
try
don't
one.
see how the guards missed him not being here. I mean, surely they would have seen no smoke coming out of a hearth, no ale being smelt.
Well, it's true. The guards did mention he wasn't around, but I mean,
Now,
nothing looks disturbed. So I don't think ruffians came to abscond with him. There would have been quite a mess here. In fact, if anything,
I'm
the
going to
place
let
looks
you
cleaner
check
than
the
normal.
bedroom, because after the last time you were here,
Do you think the elf is waiting for me in his
he
bedroom?
told me that you left it in a bit of a mess.
Really? Well, look, I couldn't bring her back to my mom's home. I told you. I mean, he lets me use the place when he goes out hunting, you know?
It was a centaur. Come on. Was it the troll? I don't know. I can't keep up with your love life. It seems you want a menagerie of everything going on around you.
No, not at all. I've told you, I'm being faithful to the one and only. But 20 years is a long time to wait. Maybe I cheated once, just once. But Lake Town is small. There's not a lot of opportunities there. sometimes you just gotta, make do with pathing centaurs. At least it wasn't a minotaur. That would have been something, let me tell you.
Which
At
door
least
do
the
you want to
monitor would
open
have had an
first?
axe.
The one that I know is the bedroom, because that's the one Corm told me to go into.
Okay. So it'd be the first door on the right. You open it up and go in.
Mhm.
If you like, you should be able to move your tokens.
I tried to. I wasn't able
And
to.
it's a simple bedroom. It contains a little more than a wardrobe, of simple construction, a small table, a stool, and a bed.
Yeah, no, I think it. Oh, I'm sorry. GM assist can't move them. I can probably move them. That's why. Okay, perfect. All right, yay. And I do not see him in here. No notes, nothing that gave me an indication. Like, is his rucksack in there? Like the one that he
You
would
don't
take
see
to
a
go
rucksack or
hunting.
anything. No, like I said, there is a wardrobe that would contain likely clothing or something like that, but you don't
Yeah,
see a
I'll
rucksack.
I'll ruffle through it. I want to see if he went out with warm clothing. If his warm clothing is
Okay.
missing, I know what he'll generally go out is his coat here though. Like he was just out and about and now gone.
So
He keeps his clothing on the wooden sheep, remember? Watch out for that.
opening the wardrobe, go ahead and give me a mind test to do, a search through it. Is Corm doing anything?
I'm going to go and look at the other doorway.
Okay. That door is also easy enough to open. And we'll come back to that. So Aldair with the 12. You open the wardrobe and very easy to see, right in front of you is a dark crimson, or sorry, just a dark like black robe, but there are crimson like traceries and weavings on it that if you like, I don't know, pull out a sleeve or maybe you pull out the whole robe and take a look at it. But it is just covered in what to you look to be occult sigils, um, and symbols just woven into the fabric of this dark robe. Now, Corm, when you open that door and take a look inside, this room is full of barrels and crates filled with various provisions and provender, things that he uses to brew with, things that he uses to cook with, salted meats, lots of stores in here. Um, but if you want to take a closer look, you can certainly do a mind check to search around in here.
I think that'll be probably most appropriate. But as I am looking round, I am going to shout out, "Good news! The ale's still here!"
Excellent. I'm just lying in the bed now to see how warm it is, to get a feel for when the last time he used it.
The bed is cold. It is unmade. Now, that's a pretty good roll. So yeah, you pretty quickly and easily find a trap door that is hidden under a large barrel.
Oh dear.
And it is locked. There is a padlock on it that looks much more impressive than the latch that was on the front door.
I
Did he
checked
ever
under the
take you
bed
down
too.
into his
He's not under the
dungeon?
bed.
Did he ever take you down to his dungeon?
I might have been there with Matilda once, but maybe that wasn't this dungeon. I don't remember.
That's his donkey, right?
No. No.
No?
Not the donkey, Matilda. No.
Oh no, the donkey was Hillary. That's right. Yeah, I remember now. Well, there's definitely a trap door down here, and I think it leads downstairs to his I'm gonna say brewing dungeon.
Are you able to navigate that without falling in?
I can't tell if there's any water here, but there's a lock on it which you can't pick. So that's we're in a bit of a pickle here. I might have to get me war hammer on it.
I don't pick locks. I'm telling you, maybe the key that I had was for this. and not the front door, and I forgot it. May have left the key for the front door back in Laketon. Let me see if this one, if
Funny
this
that,
key
isn't
works
it? You
here.
get the key to the dungeon. Really? Right. Yeah.
So as
Elven
Aldair is
debauchery.
looking at this padlock on the trapdoor, it is master crafted. It is extremely well made. So normally that would be a hard roll for you, but because of your talent, it's just a straight roll. So you can make an agility roll to try and pop it open.
Okay, no two key pie, right? Just one.
Yep, just agility plus
Okay,
a d20.
perfect.
Oh my gosh.
No, I don't have this. He didn't leave me this key either. Now, maybe if you were to jump up and down on it, your girth, or if you'd like, I can like take you and throw you, or maybe
I'm not letting you take me anywhere.
So it's
Not
not the
after last
trapdoor is
time.
not
I told you I
iron.
was blindfolded at the time. I didn't know it was you. It was an accident. I
You
mean,
reached
The
out and grabbed things
trapdoor
you
you
know,
shouldn't
is
with a
grab.
blindfold on, you feel a little like a female dwarf.
wow. The trapdoor is not banded iron or anything. It's just basic wood. It just has a really good lock on it. So I mean, it's conceivable that Corm might be able to bash it open.
Right. Oh dear. If you point your finger right by the lock, right by the pad that where I need to hit it with my warhammer, I guarantee, and I mean guarantee, that I will break that lock and not your finger.
Look, I know. But you said that last time, and now I only have 8 fingers left. So maybe you'll just try without me pointing at it this time.
It wasn't me that took your finger. You stuck your finger somewhere you shouldn't stick it, and you know that. Right, hammer time. Ready. Just point, because I'm a little short-sighted.
So you can roll strength, you can roll offense, whichever one. I think your strength is probably better.
I will roll strength. Is it a hard check or what?
Oh no, just a normal check. So the first strike does some damage, but it's not quite open yet. If you want to hit it again,
I'll just go have a little lie down in the bed. You
You
tell me
didn't
when
have
you're
your
done.
finger pointing to the right spot. I mean, how am I supposed to hit the right spot if you're not pointing it
I
out?
told you, get glasses. If you
does
need
Aldair want to
I
look
glasses,
can't.
get
around anywhere
glasses.
for? Does Aldair want to look around anywhere for a key or anything like that?
You know, most dwarves with the graying in their beard, by that point in their lives, they succumb and they get the glasses. But yes, I will do a search for a
Or
key
you can just tell me where you think you might find a key.
under the bed, of course, because I said I was looking under the bed for him, and but I didn't take it, and I'm gonna let Corm find out that. Oh yeah, wait,
Okay.
there's a whole ring of keys under his
There's
bed. Do you think one of those might work?
there's no key under the bed.
Meanwhile, Corman is looking at the lock saying, right, you're Aldir's head. You're there like a plush melon ready to crush. At least that might stop him whine.
Okay.
Nice.
So that time you definitely are able to bash the trapdoor open.
Corb,
I
what's that
needed the right
ruckus in there? Are you
motivation.
okay? Did you
I
hurt
needed
yourself
the right
again?
motivation.
Did you
I
fall
had
into
it.
the
I
hole?
found it. No, I'm waiting for you to go into the hole. You always go into dark holes before me, remember?
Well, you know, it's been a long time since I've been in a dark hole.
So just beneath the trapdoor, there is a wooden ladder that goes down into the dark. There are some lamps in uh, the hut if you
Yeah,
want to light one and bring one with you, or
definitely.
you could fashion a torch of some kind.
So, do you really think that that somebody locked Grizzly down here, and that's why we haven't heard him in a while? I'm gonna, give a sniff. Do I smell anything coming from the cellar that might be dead hermit smell?
Oh, that's a good question. So go ahead and give me a mind check, and that will determine how much information I give you.
All right.
So you think you can smell, you know how you can kind of smell rain sometimes? Kind of like that.
All right. All right.
And it's definitely damp and
Yeah.
moist down there in that cellar.
Just like I remember the dark hole, damp and moist.
That's what you said afterwards, but you lost a finger going into that one. But you go first this time.
It wasn't my finger, but okay. Good thing I had that health potion on me.
Oh, that's right. Eunuch now, aren't you? Yeah.
Well, there is nobody else like me. That's true.
Well, yeah, eunuch. Yeah, definitely
Wow.
right.
Oh, look at that. This is so cool. We have a sublayer. Grizzly, you down here? Grizzly Adams.
So as you bring a lamp or a torch or something down there, you can see a few things. There's a locked chest tucked in a corner of this moist cobweb-filled cellar.
Is there now?
But there's also a clear path that is kind of worn into the cobbles and free of webbing that heads around a corner in the cellar. And you can just see a little bit moving around that corner.
Now, Gorm, when you come down the ladder, hold on real tight. The spacing are for long legs, not for short legs. I don't want you slipping and falling.
If you stand underneath the ladder, you can catch me if I fall. Ah!
Ah! You didn't have to slide all the way down. You could have used the rungs.
That's the softest thing I've sat on in ages.
Well, I told you, I'm still healing. It's still a little sore.
What do you think? Kingdom!
Well,
I don't know
most of
anything
the
about
red
that.
marks have disappeared at least, so that's good.
Always with you, infection.
So
Look,
All right, what we got down
now
here?
that
I've never seen
now that
this
you're
one.
down here, I want you both to make another mind check to listen. It's not bad. Could be better, but not bad.
Oh wait, hang on. Sorry, I don't need the KH. I gotta get rid of that. Roll.
Okay. So Corm hears, you definitely hear like running water. There's got to be some kind of water source down here somewhere, which you're familiar with. Being a dwarf in mines, sometimes you run into underground water sources. But Aldair hears a little bit more. Aldair hears chanting coming from deeper in, from
Wait,
around that corner.
it's not him singing. It's something else.
Moist.
It sounds kind of like Om Nom Shivai, 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 Om Nom Shivai.
That's the damnedest, funniest singing I've ever heard. It's very moist down here, isn't it?
It is moist. There is also a treasure chest.
Makes me feel like home.
And the lock on the
If
treasure
anybody wants
chest,
to try and pick it.
I'm gonna check it for traps first.
Okay.
That's a thing.
As far as you can tell, there's no traps connected to the lock whatsoever.
Is it a
It's just a
Mastercraft
pretty
lock?
simple. It is not. It's a normal lock, so you would have a boon to try to open it. And you do.
This
I
was
can't
the
believe
key
you
to
opened
this.
that.
I have
He's
to
not
mark
even
it down.
dead yet.
Key to chest.
And you've opened it.
I'm just
Key to
checking to
chest.
see what the key belonged to. I'll have to tell him to give me the other keys.
And in the chest, Jake, why don't you roll a d6 for me? Is can be a small vial that looks very similar to the healing potion that you already own.
This looks vile, just like you, Corm. You should take it.
And there's also a gold necklace.
You know what? I think that sigil matches the ring I gave that elf 20 years ago.
Now, in addition, there are some additional like bits of clothing, old supplies. Well, not supplies because they'd be rotted away, but like old clothing, maybe some old tools. It is a chest, so there's more than just those two things in it. But those are the only two things that seem to have any value.
Well, I mean, now that the lock is open, we should probably keep this stuff for safekeeping, just to make sure nobody takes it.
You've got the key. You could lock it back up again. We don't even know if he's dead.
Sure.
That's
Sure.
it.
You
You
want to put
stick
it back?
it in,
I'll put it back.
close it down,
I'm going to
and
pretend
lock
to
it.
put it back, but I'm not going
Okay.
to. So if I have to make a
Sure,
roll
sure.
to
No, that's fine.
sticky finger it, I will.
No, you
Yes,
can
yes,
sticky
putting it
finger
all
it.
back
That's
there.
fine.
Now I'll wrap this up in the nice cloth here.
No sticky fingers.
No sticky
I know what
fingers.
happened. You stuck it in the marmalade and then you stuck it somewhere else. And I had to eat marmalade after that, and I didn't want it. It spoiled my toast.
So the marmalade did cool it off. The burning sensation did subside with the help of that marmalade.
Ointment would have been better, not marmalade. Because if you hadn't put marmalade on there in the first point, you wouldn't have got stung by the bees.
Well, look, I wanted to show you where it was hurting me. You
I
refused.
didn't want to see
You
it.
wouldn't. So how did I know? You're my best friend. Best friends help each other out with things like this. You absolutely refused. If you were to take a look at it and tell me salve, I would have put it salve. But all I had was jam.
Just because
so I
I'm
used
shorter
jam.
than you, I don't want to see it head on.
I just figured because I jammed it in that dark hole really good, that jam would help.
Wow.
Hillary.
I'm having
name was
flashbacks to the
Hillary.
Land of Eam playthrough.
Oh, I have.
Okay, so you, as I said, there does appear to be a fairly worn path heading around the corner that is clear of cobwebs or anything like that. If you want to take a look.
Well, I better take a look first because I know you're going to get squeamish when you go into moist dark hole.
Well, you just be try to be quiet when you do it. You're not
Okay. So
you're not
as you peek around the
discreet.
corner, there is a break in the wall that opens up into some relatively familiar, to a dwarf anyway, looking natural caverns.
I'll tell you what, he's been busy. Really busy. If he dug all this while brewing beer, no wonder we haven't seen him for a few weeks. He's been getting his moist holes without you being around.
I don't know these caves. I'm not supposed to chase after miners anymore. Maybe I really shouldn't be here.
Well, you know what they say: whining elves scared of a little moist dark hole. I've heard that about you before.
All right. Well, you better
Don't
lead
worry,
the way.
I'll
This
go
is your home
first.
territory. You know this stuff better.
Just make sure you stay behind Thea rather than stay right behind me. I don't want any surprises again.
I told you I bumped into you. I didn't know it was you. It was dark in that room.
I meant about
So-
knocking me in the water.
Oh,
From where you're
that.
at,
Okay. Well, thank you for not bringing
assuming
up
that
that other
Aldair
thing.
is following you with a light source, you can see that the chamber is, relatively large. You can see the other wall now. And off to what would be your left, you can see what looks to be like a pool or maybe a spring-fed pool that then looks to kind of disappear around a corner.
Well,
And then, the cavern continues quite a ways in the other direction as well.
Blimey, he's even put an indoor swimming pool in here. He must be making loads off this beer.
But which direction do I hear chanting from? Is it traveling over the water, or is it coming from the other ends of the caves?
So you can actually hear it from both directions. Although it when you really try to focus your hearing, it sounds like maybe it's muffled from the direction of the water, but you're hearing it kind of echoing and reverberating more from the other direction.
Ah, bad news, Corm. We have to walk through the water.
I'm not going in the swimming pool. Well, I'll take
no.
the long way around. Is there a boat? I don't even like boats. But
There's no
just,
boat.
just
I'm sure it's fine, and I'm going to head towards the water.
So I do want to point out that when you moved forward, you could also see kind of over in this corner here, right about over here. It looked like there were a couple of stone cairns, graves.
Oh, that's interesting.
no. I remember when you were last in the graveyard. No, never again.
But I wonder. I mean, like,
I've heard of desecration, but this is ridiculous.
Listen, first of all, who knows? They may have stuff in here they don't need anymore, right? Don't you know people get buried with their earthly belongings?
I'm not worried about their earthly belongings. I'm worried about their mortal souls with you.
Come on, listen. That I thought, to be fair, I didn't know it was a dead corpse. I just thought it was a very lazy person.
I know when you charge it, any hole's a goal, but this is ridiculous.
So actually, as Aldair approaches those cairns, I'm going to need him to make a spirit check.
Okay.
Oh. So you shake it off, but you get the feeling that there is something unearthly about these graves. Something wrong.
Are there no markings on it?
They're unmarked. Yeah, they're just stone cairns.
You know what, Corm? That that memory that you just brought up. Yeah, I think you're right. I'll stay away from that just in case. You're right.
I know grave rot is what did you in last time. Remember?
I'm gonna head towards the water. Can I see the bottom of it?
You can.
Oh, okay, good. I'm going to step in the water and then on purpose submerge myself so just the hat is floating. I'm gonna go, oh no, it's so deep! Ah! And just the hat is floating. Do I see anything from the other end around when I go around?
I mean, if you're gonna keep inching around, sure.
Yeah.
So as you kind of inch around, you see that there is a spring, probably right about here, where the water is being generated from. It's all pretty shallow, although at one point right around here, you can see that the water begins to be very deep, and you can actually, if you move up to about this point, you can feel the water being pulled, making you fairly certain that there is some kind of a fall here, a waterfall to a lower level.
Okay.
Oh, there! Spit! Don't swallow!
Excuse me.
Okay. So,
but the closer you got to that waterfall, the more you did hear the chanting.
Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna wait a few moments to allow Corm to take a turn and do something while I've been doing all of that stuff.
Yeah, what's Corm doing?
I'll go turn to Thea. Do you think he's dead? He swallowed, didn't he? Shocking.
Thayer just kind of crosses his arm and shakes his head like we wouldn't be so lucky.
I can't go after him. It's water. Let's go this way. Maybe there's something down here. There's probably an easier way than getting wet.
Okay, as you are, if you're heading the other way, I would like you to make a another mind check. Mind is like your awareness, perception, and intelligence.
Which I have a lot of.
Cool, nice.
Right. You're doing great with it, though. So with a 19, as you kind of head in that direction, you can maybe see a little bit farther in the light than they can. You can't really see in the dark. It's not that kind of game. But you can definitely see that the couple of things. First of all, the more you head to the right, the more you head in this direction, the more the floor kind of begins to slant downwards. It's not enough to make you unsteady, but it is noticeable. But also, as you're noticing that in the floor, you notice some tracks in the floor. And they appear to be the tracks of people, booted feet, and also a large canine of some kind.
Aldair's going to be so sad he missed the dog. Come on, let's go. We're meeting around the other end. I've got a feeling this is going to lead us right the way around to where he's sliding in the water. So we can do it without getting wet.
Okay, Aldair, what are you doing?
Forward to
You can
there.
see their light kind of going to the other side of the cavern.
I'm gonna get out of the water and go. The bastard didn't even try to save me. I mean, he was splashing around in the water and stuff like that. I at least was there. I put my arm out for him. I grabbed him up. I mean, I could have been drowning and stuff like that. My best friends. Jeez, I gotta put an ad in the paper for a new best friend. I don't understand.
And add in the Leighton paper. It's a one sheet.
I tell you.
The news is it's warm.
Ah.
That's the news.
Well, at least he'll appreciate that I bathed now, and I may need to get more jam for my willy, though. I think that all washed off.
Okay, so why don't you if you guys are going to continue around that direction, I'm just going to move Corm up to, I think we'll say right there, where you become aware of a stairway that goes down. Again, the tracks do definitely head in this direction. And Aldair can catch up as well if he would like.
I'll keep my distance as they're going forward.
Okay.
Do you know what? This is the quietest it's been in many, many months. He's not whining, you know. It's good.
Now, are you trying to be stealthy at all, or are you just walking?
A dwarf trying to be stealthy is a dwarf just
I'm
walking.
just asking. Okay, that's fair. So in that case, I will say that once you get to the top of the stairs, you notice this natural stair descending downwards into another cavern. You hear growling, and the chanting is also becoming more potent. And perhaps for the first time, you at this point hear what sounds like a baby crying.
Just at the time we needed marmalade around a bit of meat. And he's not here. Come on, let's go. To be quiet, though. In my splint mail armor.
All right. So
head to the stairs and look.
As you look down, we're just going to say you can see this cavern beneath you. Floors are relatively uneven. It is a natural cavern, but it doesn't look like it'll be too difficult to walk around in. But there, waiting at the bottom of the cavern for you, is what looks to be some kind of wolf.
Here,
But
key,
not-
key, 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 key. Here, key, 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 key.
but not a wolf either, because you can see smoke coming out of its mouth, and its eyes are kind of like burning embers, and the tips of its fur, which is currently, it's in like kind of attack mode, so it's kind of uh, um, I don't know what the correct term is, but kind of puffed up, as it were. But the tips of its fur look like they're all singed and have a little bit of kind of crimson in them. This is a Barghest. You've fought things like this before, a hellhound.
Kind of turn to they are.
Yeah, he would have been right behind you.
It could be worse. It's a hellhound. It could be the ex-wife.
Nice.
Ah!
It could be the ex-wife.
Ex-wife.
Okay, so
He never even
initiative
names
in this
her.
game. For initiative, basically what you're going to do is you're going to roll to see if you go before the monsters or after the monsters. So for initiative, you need to make just a general check. So you're just going to roll a d20. And if you get a 13 or better, nope. So you go after the monsters. Thayar goes after the monsters. Aldair, why don't you go ahead and give us a roll as well?
Yeah, I think this will kind of say whether I swoop in to save the day before or after, because I'll
Right.
definitely be running in. So, and this is just an unmodified D20 roll.
Yep.
I do not.
Also after. Which kind of suits, because the Hellhound was aware of you before you were of it. So it actually is going to stay where it is, which is at about close range, and it's going to breathe fire on Corm. So Corm, since this is breathing fire on you, you need to make a hard spirit check. So you're going to roll with disadvantage, and you're going to add your spirit. Ooh, yeah, neither one great. So that's your defense, essentially. And you feel the flames wash over you. Luckily, they are flames and not some kind of a magical attack, so your armor will protect you. Your splint mail absorbs 2 points of damage. Your shield can absorb a point of damage. So you're going to take 2 points of fire damage total. Would have been 5.
Flippin' heck! It is as hot as the ex-wife.
So now you and, well, all three of you can go.
Charge! As I go charging at it, bringing
So
my
you're definitely
warhammer up, and I should.
You're definitely in close range. So you can, in this game, you can move, which means move like essentially one range band, and a range band is roughly 30 feet. So you can move close enough to attack. And then, yeah, you're just going to make an attack roll with offense, not strength, with offense. And that's a hit. So I should have told you it's a normal attack, right? Because it has a normal dodge. So yeah, you definitely hit him. So how much damage does your Warhammer do? Should be listed on your sheet.
That's a very good question.
Should be 4, right?
The
4
Warhammer
damage.
is 4.
Yeah. Okay. So you deal 4 points of damage to this guy. Okay. And yeah, you bring your Warhammer down, and you can feel kind of a sickening crunch as you strike it in the shoulder, and definitely are able to harm it. Thankfully, it's not the kind of magical creature that would be resistant to your weapons, which is good. Aldair, do you want to go before Thayar?
Yeah, I think that as I heard this and like Corm was in trouble, I'd be all like, "Oh no, Corm, my best friend," and I will have rushed to exactly where Corm is, likely.
Uh-huh.
That he had he not moved like 2 moments, 2 fractions of a second earlier, I would have literally
Sure.
bumped into him, perhaps knocking him off the stairs. But that didn't happen. But perhaps he
Okay.
did feel me bump into him, and that maybe gave him even the catalyst to move faster.
Sure.
um, and I will fire my crossbow at it. And so that is an agility, I believe.
No, it's offense.
Oh, sorry, offense.
Offense is always used for
Oh,
attacking.
perfect. Okay, excellent. And maybe while I'm aiming, I'm like, he didn't even come to save me.
So yeah, unfortunately, your crossbow bolt flies wide of the two, which is also maybe good that you didn't hit him, right? But then Thayar heads down the stairs, kind of gets into a position slightly behind Corm, but Thayar is actually going to cast a spell. So you've all seen him cast a spell before. This is when he summons his mystical blackthorn cudgel that enables him to attack with his spirit instead of just his strength, his offense, which is very, very low. But he's going to make a spirit check. That is easy.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
So yeah, he waves his arms around in the air and like holds his hand out and summons this ash black oaken cudgel into his hand that kind of thrums with power. But that is all he can do for now. He can't attack with it, but he definitely has it. Okay, so now we stick with the same stuff. So you guys went, so the beast is going to go. He can only breathe fire once, so he is now just going to try and bite you. So his attack is normal, not hard. So you can roll defense to try and resist him trying to bite you. Your defense should also have a +2 because you have a shield. Or no, I'm sorry, a +1. So your total roll should be a d20 +4.
Oh,
Ugh,
oh.
whiff on the defense. So as you try to bring your shield up in time to protect yourself, the Bargus kind of slips to the side and manages to nip you for 4 points of damage. However, again, you have 2 points in splint mail, 1 point worth of shield, so you only take 1 point of damage. And now it's you guys' go.
I'm going to strike this creature. He didn't say it throbbed with power, by the way, Alder. As I hit the wolf.
Okay.
Maybe.
Nice.
Yep, that'll do it. So, yeah, you deal another 4 points of damage to this wolf. It is definitely not happy right now as your warhammer strikes it in the flank, and you can feel the ribs cracking as you strike it heavily. Aldair.
Yeah. Does it take this round for me to reload the crossbow, or am I able to reload and fire
No,
in the
you
same
can
round?
you can just reload it and fire. Yeah.
All right. So I will do that, and then I will move up as well. So I'm going to do
Nice.
that, and then move up to engage it, and the damage on a crossbow is 5.
Yeah, so your damage is 5. That is actually enough to kill the Bargus. So if you would like to describe how your crossbow bolt kills it.
Yeah, I think that Corm and Aldair really work best as a team, and so as Corm kind of hacked into it with his weapon, that is exactly the area where my arrow went and embedded itself even deeper into it, hitting the vital organ that that in the end kills it.
Right. Possibly finding a larger opening because of the shattered ribs, and it just punctures its way
Exactly.
right into the organs.
Went in
Yeah,
deeper
and
than it
you
would have
kill
normally.
this Bargist
We don't
that
want to know
drops
about
to the
how he gets.
ground.
We don't want to know how he gets the whole of the Bargus. Okay, we do not want to know that.
So yeah, it drops to the ground dead. You have destroyed this Bargist, which then begins to like audibly smolder, and its corpse then catches fire and starts to burn.
You know, what was that
Step
up
away
there?
from
I
it.
could have drowned. You didn't know that I was just joking? I mean, you saw the hat floating. You didn't even come to offer me a hand, nothing?
I told you to spit, not swallow.
Uh, What does that have to do with drowning?
Exactly.
So as you two begin to banter, Thayar just looks at you both and says, "Chanting."
No, we're not.
He spoke.
We're fighting. We're arguing. Oh,
He spoke.
It stopped. The chanting has ceased.
is the baby still crying?
Uh, yeah, after a few moments you hear like cooing or like crying from the baby.
Ah, thank God. All
We
right.
better go. Come on.
Yeah,
Come on.
let's go take a look. I'll follow through.
Okay. So this room is a little bit smaller than the one you were in, but it does have quite a large curtain of stalactites in the center of it, or stalagmites rather, that are making it difficult to see. But you do actually give me a mind roll for anybody who would like to, except Thayar, because he doesn't really pay attention. He just does what he needs to do.
Okay, fine. Also +2.
That's weird. Right. So we left off with you guys looking into this next cavern. Definitely hearing that flowing water now, like a waterfall, in fact, further in. But as you prepare to head forward, you see two people in dark robes with kind of crimson and red sigils kind of woven throughout them, holding wicked knives, standing between you and going any further into these caves.
May I do something brash?
You can't.
uh, when I see these people, I'm going to uh, uh, bash forward past the dwarf, and if I do knock him down while going through it, it's totally accidental. Oh, that, but I remember you. You're from town. You're aren't you Edwina's child? And I'm going to take out, because I'm going to use, of course, as my focus, a necklace that I found. And I go, "Do you remember this necklace? Wasn't this your mother's?" And as I'm swinging it back and forth, I am going to do enchanting charm on one of them.
Okay. So you need to spend a point of arcane reserve,
Okay, so I have two. I'll take and have one left.
and then you need to make a spirit roll.
Okay.
And combat hasn't started yet, so
I know. Okay. Well, like I said, it was brash.
so you try, and you kind of see them start to like nod a little bit, but then they shake their head and like, "I'm not Edwina's kid."
Oh, our mistake. We'll leave you to it. And have you seen Grizzly Adams, the Hermit?
Yes. Why?
Well, he's supposed to deliver the hooch to us. Corm, tell him
busy.
about the hooch. We purchased it. We got to bring it to town.
We did. We did. We purchased it fair and square. He said, come here and collect it, and we've been led down here to get it. Have you got the hooch?
We're busy right now. And then you hear the child cry again.
A contract is a contract is a contract.
Oh, if you need a healer, I'm a healer. I can help that poor child.
Oh,
That
the
child doesn't need
child's
healer.
fine.
That child needs a babysitter.
Worry not, the child will be quiet in minutes.
I can't let you do that. Not without me hooch first.
Perhaps we could speak to Grizzly. Maybe you can call him out here. Tell him his old buddies are here. The town guards are upstairs waiting. They're mighty thirsty.
So as you are continuing to talk to them, you see another one come around the corner and kind of back up its friends. But the chanting begins again past them. And the baby starts crying again. And they're like, no, you all need to leave.
Grizzly!
charging
Grizzly,
towards the
are
one
you
on the left.
there? Grizzly! Can you hear me?
Give me
Adams,
my
come out
hooch!
here! Yeah, I think at this point, foregone, I'm not letting that child be silenced in the way that I think that they
Okay.
think they're going to silence it.
Okay, so everybody give me a general check to see if you go before or after the baddies. That's a before. That's after.
You know what? If we roll at the same time, it doesn't show my roll. Is that the issue?
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't if
Okay,
you hit the button
that's
at
right.
exactly the same time.
So I
Okay,
think
so-
appropriately after all of the stuff I was doing.
Right. So Corm, you are first.
I'm going to go charging at this one over here. Give me my hooch!
Corm, what were you doing? We were
Okay.
talking to them.
He wants his hooch.
Oh, nice.
That'll hit. So which one? This one?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
That's 4 damage.
Yeah, you strike him and you can feel when your hammer hits that there's no armor. Nothing underneath the robes except maybe a suit of ratty clothing. So you definitely can feel a thud as you strike with your warhammer. In response, this one steps forward and tries to strike you with this wicked looking blade. So you're going to need to make a normal defense test. And we might as well have Aldair do the same as his in front of him steps up and tries to strike. So Corm is not able to defend. However, these wicked looking blades that they're brandishing at you, they're light weapons. Light weapons do 2 points of damage. That's not getting through Corm's armor or shield. So Corm is able to just take the brunt of that little pin sticker that he's trying to hit you with. And Aldair is able to deftly dodge out of the way as he tries to strike you with his knife. Unfortunately, because of the setup of the room, the third, or unfortunately for them, the third cultist has no target that he can strike. So he picks up a stone from the floor and probably not being as smart as he could be, he throws it at Corm. So Corm, you get to make another roll for defense, normal. And easily deflect this stone with your shield as he tries to hit you with it. Now, Aldair and Thayar are able to act.
I'm going to use Quick Step, which allows me 2 movements during a combat action. And so I'm going to purposely try to dance around this one to get to right behind him. I'm gonna fire at this one because he fired a rock, and I want to make sure that he knows he's not safe where he is. And after I do that, I'm going to use my second action to dance around this guy, come back, and hopefully confuse him.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
All that dancing.
So Thayar is going to kind of squeeze in here with you and try to strike at this this one with his Blackthorn Cudgel, which is still in effect. Lasts for 8 hours. And he gets to attack with Spirit, which is +3 for him, which is good because his offense is 0. Still not enough. He swings this cudgel at him, and it leaves a bit of a trail of dust and ash through the air as he swings it, but is unable to strike his foe. Which brings us back to Corm.
I'm going to finish this
The
one off.
tank, the powerhouse. Okay. So you do strike. And again, unarmored. You're not able to finish him off fully, but again, you can tell that he is very, very injured at this point. And him being a human enemy, we're going to see if he's going to run when it's his turn, which it is now. Roll a d6 for me, so I don't have to roll all the dice. Okay, no, he runs. He tries to push past you. Because he's trying to push past you to run, you get to strike at him again if you choose. Or you can let him run. So you do swing at him, but unfortunately he's able to dodge out of the way as he runs past and starts heading up the stairs. This next one is going to step forward and try and strike you with his knife, so you can make a normal defense. And then Jake, the one in front of you, is going to try and strike you with his knife, so you can make a normal defense.
Okay.
So Aldair, unfortunately, is struck by the blade. Oh, no. Wait, sorry. 13s. Yeah, you succeeded. You are able to deftly dodge out of the way.
All right.
Did you
very
roll,
good.
though, Strain? I didn't see your defense.
Yeah, I rolled a 12.
The 12, I thought, was your attempt at
sorry.
attacking him when he ran
Sorry.
by.
Defense. No, I didn't write defense. Sorry.
No worries.
No, 9.
Okay, so you're not able to defend, but as we found out already, his knife is easily turned aside by your splint mail and shield. So I don't know why they're continuing to attack you, but they're not smart. So that leaves Aldair and Thayar.
Okay, I think I'll draw my scimitar at this point.
You can use your crossbow in melee if you want because of your talent, but that's up to you.
Oh, I see. You're right. Okay. Well, yeah, I'll continue since I have that in my hand. And I believe that misses again.
Yeah, the bolt flies wide, unfortunately. So Thayar is going to try to hit. And also just misses. Man, this cultist is pretty deft on his feet. So back to Corm. You've got a fresh-faced cultist in front of you.
I shall step forward. Do you really want to fight me?
Oh, Okay, make a strength test to intimidate him.
17.
Nice. Yeah, he fails. He's like, no, I really don't. Please, sir, let me by. I can't go the other way.
And I'm going to step past it.
Okay, so
For
yeah,
the
he
baby.
runs. And so that just leaves the last one. He's seen two of his friends run. I think he's probably going to do the same unless you two try and stop him. He's like, I give up. I didn't sign on for any of this. And he tries to run past you.
I'm gonna use the opportunity to grab him and like move him the other way. Tell us what's going on here, and we'll let you live.
Okay.
No, I sounded too much
Yeah,
like
I mean,
Corm. Tell us what's going on here, and you may yet live.
the with we were told we'd get power and prestige. The old man, he needed followers.
Ugh.
I just want to go back to my farm.
All right. All right. Go back to your farm, and remember, don't do drugs. And I'll let him off.
Okay. All right, so they're all gonna disappear.
It's okay, Corm. Looks like we
Um,
scared them off.
Mm.
is Corm thinking we?
Exactly. Moving on, looking for the child.
Well, the child noises are definitely becoming louder if you step around the corner, and as you step around the corner, you see the final boss room, or in other words, I'll give you a description here. So as you look, there's quite a large room here with a waterfall that is emptying into a large, and from what looks to be from the light reflecting off of it, deep pool in this very, very large cavern.
Oh,
I think I got
that pool
everything
looks
there.
pretty shallow to me, at least. Nothing to worry about there, Corm. We could probably just walk
Uh,
right through it.
Before the lower pool in the deepest cavern is an altar of stone, hewn crudely from a massive stalagmite and stained dark in whatever rites it is used for. On either side of it are brass braziers covered with grotesque demonic forms. They're lit with a sickly green flame, and the hermit, robed in black, stands before the altar. Uh, yep, they're gone. On the altar lies an infant, swaddled in dark fabric. This hermit is holding aloft a massive two-handed club that looks to be crafted out of fused vertebrae and a skull on top. And the skull has fangs.
Corm, what do you think the hermit's been making his ale out of all this time?
We've come for our song, Grizzly Adams.
I might try with my last point to get him to befriend us again before we do the smashings.
Okay.
Unless it's not.
Yeah, if you want to give it a go.
Only because I want to try it. Like, hey, Grizzly, it's
So
us. You don't have to be here.
it
You don't
will
have to
be
do this.
hard against him.
Okay.
So you'll have to keep
lower.
hit the KL button. Yeah. Roll 2 KL. Wow. So you manage to not necessarily befriend him, but you manage to stay his hand. What are you gonna say?
You know, the child doesn't need to be involved in this. There are other ways. We brought Thayer with us. They're the wise. He can instruct you on how to get this power that you need. He is the wise, and he has a lot of power, and he hardly ever talks, unless it's to cast spells. Wouldn't you like to learn from Thayer all the stuff that you need? And I'm going to inch forward. I'm clearly like trying to inch forward to get to him so I can get to the child.
Okay. So yeah, you can go ahead and move yourself wherever you
And
want to be.
as I go through, I'm going to try to pretend that the water's not so deep. So I'm going to be like paddling up. Oh, look, it's just knee deep. It's not deep at all. And kind of waddle through. Hey, man, it's okay. It's
What's
us,
Corm
remember?
doing?
He'll move up slowly. He's going around, not near the wall.
Sure. Yeah, Thayar is also going around. It's like, what can your pet wizard provide me that my god doesn't? And when he says my god, you feel like you saw something moving under the water.
Uh, listen, this is not you. Do you know those cairns that you have? They've been affecting your mind. Those bodies in the cairns, they're evil spirits. This isn't you, Grizzly. You've just come under the spell of these evil spirits that were. When have you discovered this cavern? It was just recently, I'm sure. You didn't know about this place before, did you?
He laughs and he says, boy, I've been feeding my lord for many years now. And when he says feeding, you can see that yeah, the altar is stained like dark brown and red, but there's also just a slick stain trail from the altar down the other side of it from him and into the pool.
I bathed in that pool, you know. Um, I'm gonna reach out and try to snatch the child quickly, maybe with some skilled burglar roll or something. I'm not sure. I
No,
can't get away.
you've got him stopped right now. You can absolutely grab the child, but that will instantly break
Yeah.
his enchantment.
Oh, that's fine. So what is the sacrifice's name? I mean, the child's name. The child's name. What is the child's name?
Names matter not, only the flesh.
But whose child is it? You didn't tell me you had a child.
So upon you taking the child, you can see that your enchantment is broken, and
Okay.
he is clearly looking ready to attack. So everyone can make an initiative check to see if you go before or after. Remember, you're just trying to hit 13. So Thera and Corm actually get to act first, which kind of makes sense because Aldair like picked up the baby.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
am
I
going
should I
to,
do a
at this
naked gun
point,
with it and like.
charge in and bring my hammer up. Grizzly Adams, I wanted my song! I'm
What am I
going to thwack him.
Okay, so just shy of striking him as he kind of sways to the side, maybe even uses the massive bone club to kind of protect himself as you lash out at him. Thayar actually comes up uh behind Corm and casts a spell. Again, another spell that you've seen him cast before. You can feel his hand on the back plate of your armor as these swirls of shadows start to wrap themselves around you. But that's if he's successful in his spirit roll. So here we go. Oh no! Just as the shadows start to wrap around you, they wisp off and disappear. You know that he was trying to protect you with kind of an armor of shadows kind of thing, but he wasn't able to keep his concentration. Um,
Head
so
for the
yeah,
water. You're harder to hit if you're in the water.
at that point, the we'll just call him the cultist, steps forward and tries to strike Aldair with this massive club. It is just a normal defense roll to try and
Okay.
get out of the way.
Really, if you want to go clubbing with me, you could just ask.
Ooh, unfortunately, you failed.
Right.
It is a two-handed weapon. Large weapons, two-handed weapons deal 6 points of damage on strike.
Okay.
You do have leather armor, so that
so
reduces the damage by 1.
Okay.
So you take
so
5 points.
Okay, done.
We'll say maybe you were trying to protect the child and angled your body but so you got hit, but you did protect the child. And now it's Aldair and Thear's. Or no, it's Aldair's turn.
So
Aldair's
since
turn.
Aldair has the child in one hand, he can't use the crossbow. He could take out a scimitar, but I think while he's reaching for a scimitar, he's going to try to shoulder in to the altar, and because I want to destroy it at the same time, but kind of see it's like if it's stone on stone, I'm
So
going to
it
see if I could
is,
push it onto the hermit,
to
the
be clear,
cultist.
it's made, so it's basically
Stalagmite.
carved out of a stalagmite.
Okay,
So
so
like
that
it is a part of the cavern. It's not something you're going to be able to just shoulder and destroy.
okay,
It
all right,
might
fair enough.
uh, Korm might be able to do it with his hammer, but it would take hours.
Okay, fair enough. All right. So again, dancing twice. So movement first one round. I will, um, side. Oops, take it from here. Sidestep over the water. Come around the other side. So we kind of have a little bit of a, hey, look over here. Hey, look over here. Kind of confuse him that way.
Okay.
And I will hit him with my scimitar. I'll try to.
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
Okay, and it
So
says
scimitar is medium, so that's 4 points of damage.
except that I do have oh no, that's with ranged weapon. Okay.
Yeah, that's just
Sorry.
ranged weapons.
Yeah, done. So 4 points.
Yeah, so you manage to cut him, and again, as you slice at him with your scimitar, you can feel that there's no armor underneath those robes. Strangely, though, you do feel some resistance, and the crimson sigils on the robes kind of flare with dark energy as you strike him, letting you know that he has some kind of arcane protection.
Come on, Grizzly. You'll be putting yourself on that altar to sacrifice to your god. I'm telling you, this is just a bad influence. You can yet be redeemed.
Okay,
Just give up.
so all Corm and Thayar.
Yes. I'm going to whack him then.
Okay.
Or try to.
Ugh. So you do manage to hit him, but the sigils on his robe flare up so much that you can feel the hammer just bounce back off of him. And then Thayar will one more time with his last point of reserve try to protect you. We'll see if it works. It does work that time.
Nice.
So you now have a shrouding shield. The next 2 defense checks you make are easier. You get a boon on them because of these
Okay.
shadows swirling around you. Now I do want to go back to Jake real quick. Jake, did you want to stop there? Because you could have moved further away to get some distance from him.
No,
Like, you don't.
you know, I have the child, and I am kind of concerned about the child. So I think, I'll, well, I mean, I'd say the altar is a nice place to put the child, but I don't think that's so safe. So I'll probably, move him. I'll move out over here and kind of place the child behind on the floor, assuming that's a wall of the cave. And
It's yeah. It's a wall. It's not a ledge. It's a wall.
yeah, 100%. And so yeah, I'll do that with my next turn.
Okay, cool. So, stop. Hey Google, stop. She thought I was talking to her. So let's see. That was them. He will get to go before Aldair, so he's going to strike at Corm. Actually, no, he'll just go ahead and strike at Corm. So normal attack against Corm with again this big two-handed gruesome bone club.
So I need a defense roll, don't I?
Yes, sorry, defense roll. Oh.
Wow.
AC.
So yeah, you managed to sidestep him completely. He doesn't. You don't even have to use your shield. Just totally evaded that strike. So Aldair now can act. And again, that's if you've said that you wanted to put the child down, you can do so and use your crossbow if you like.
All right. Okay. So I will do so. I will try to aim at him. And no, not my. No. If
So
only
yeah,
this was
unfortunately,
outside and not
crossbow bolt
inside.
flies wide.
Yep.
But we're back to Corm and Thayar.
Gotta be done. I'm gonna whack him again.
Man. So Thayar is going to step up and try and strike. Probably have as much luck as everybody else is having. No, he actually is. So he is only doing 3 points of damage. However, the good news is that that can bypass, because it's magic, that armor that he has. So yeah, you can see Thayar strike and kind of move him to the side a little bit as he strikes him. So there's definitely force behind that club that Thayar is using. That unfortunately brings it back to him. He's going to strike at Thayar because Thayar is the last one to actually hit him. So Thayar will make a defensive roll and probably fumble very, very badly because he does not have a lot of defense. Oh, no, he succeeds. So he sidesteps the attempt. And that brings us to Aldair.
Well, now that I've actually put the baby down, it wasn't rushed. I'm going to take a little bit more time to aim, and this
Sure.
time my bolt will fly true. I know it will,
And it does.
and it does. So indeed, because of my
5 points of
ability,
damage.
+1 is 6.
No, it's 5. That's including the damage I have written on your sheet is
you
including
included
that
it already
+1.
in the understood.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Yeah. But unfortunately, you see those sigils kind of flare up on his robes when you strike him, so there is some mitigation there.
Your god is
But
weakening. You feel some of the piercing power of our weapons. Give up now.
He does feel some of it. Yeah, that's true.
There is still
Okay.
a chance for you to redeem yourself. There's no chance for you to redeem yourself.
No. And then Corm, can he hit this time?
I'm going to try and hit this time. And as I strike, and Adams, since you last slept with Eldar, he's got a disease.
You do hit though. So, yeah, that's 5 or wait.
What?
No, it's 4 damage minus. minus the armor. That work?
You know,
That didn't work correctly.
Adams was wearing a mop
Set.
wig. Oh, that explains how I Ah,
So
I
ridiculous.
thought it was a woman.
All right, so Thayer is going to try and strike him again. Surprisingly still unhurt. And it's not enough. So the cultist is able to sidestep that. And now, because Corm hit him, the cultist turns on you and begins chanting this kind of dark, sinuous verse, and holds his hands out towards you as these misty, like gross looking crimson worm like tentacles reach out from his fingers and try to strike you. So you need to make a. Is it hard? No, it's normal. A normal spirit check.
I gain a boon on spirit checks against magical charm, fear, or sleep. Is it any one of those?
Yeah, go ahead and gain your boon against this.
Six. Hang on. Didn't boon it. Hang on.
Oh.
I didn't boon it.
Yep. Why is he listed as ghost? He's not a ghost.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Nice.
Okay, so normally what would have happened had you failed is he would have dealt damage to you with these enervating tendrils and healed himself by the same amount of damage. However, because you rolled a critical and because you're a dwarf, I'm going to say that the anti-magic nature of being a dwarf not only protected you from him, but actually drained him. The spell backfires and deals 4 points of damage to him while healing you for 4 points of damage.
Nice.
So you are
Thanks, Adams.
invigorated.
Yeah.
And now Aldair's up.
Well,
And
as
you can
I see
see
him doing that voodoo and that the crackling comes back and starts to go from him, I'm going to see, you see that? Your God is turning against you. Your God is turning against you. And I'm going to rush him. And the idea is I want to push him and impale him on the altar so that in the end he is sacrificed dies on the altar of this God that has obviously turned his back on him. I'm
Okay,
imagining
are
the
you
altar
going-
has some things like that are sticky uppy on it. Maybe we can
it's
impale him
been
anyways.
kind of smoothed down over time, but if you want to do it like with your scimitar, I think that would work. If you're just gonna like shoulder him up onto the altar and then just kill him
and
with
then
the
come down.
scimitar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds good.
Okay. Yeah, so go ahead and make your offense check.
No, but I am now here.
So you are right next to him. You're not able to get him up there, but he is very clearly hurt. So pretty much anybody can put him out of his misery at this point. So Corm, you're next. Let's see if you can do it. No, wow, this is crazy. Okay, I don't want Thayar to be
It's
the
gonna
one
be
who
Thayar.
finishes
Thayar
this
should
off
be the
because he's
one.
he's an NPC, so he's gonna run over and grab the baby and start.
Hey, that's my baby.
Leaving. So Aldair, you're up again.
He's up again though first, no? Or is it? Oh, does he?
No,
Okay.
you're but it's
Okay.
because of the way it worked out, it's you, Corm, Thayar, and then him. Okay, so you do get him up onto the altar finally. You struggle him and wrestle with him to get him up on the altar. You pierce him with your scimitar, barely doing enough damage to end his life. Is Corm going to add a little bit of smashing onto the
Oh yeah, yeah.
altar there? Okay. So between the two of you, holding him down, Aldair kind of gets him in the shoulder and pins him to the altar, and then Corm comes over the top with his warhammer, maybe throwing your shield to the side, and with a two-handed bash, just splatter him on this altar. And you hear something shriek from the water. And the water starts kind of not boiling, but it becomes agitated, like with like piranha. If you've ever seen that in water, like it's like there's something moving frantically, and you begin to see these kind of tendrils and tentacles come up out of the water. Thayar actually sees that and pretty much says nope and runs the other way and starts heading out of the area. What are you two gonna do?
You know what, Corm?
Let's go.
I think you're right. I think water is bad. We shouldn't ever have anything to do with water again, you and I.
No, never. No boats, no water.
Nobody wants to take his robes or his club.
Right while he's going, I'm going, but I'm actually going to be ruffling through his robes.
Well, all he has besides some really ratty clothing underneath the robes is the robes, which seem to still be enchanted,
Okay.
and that rather gruesome bone club that you feel like probably has some power to it. You have enough power yourself, you can kind of almost sense it.
Okay, I'll grab the robe and the bone cudgel. Although, does it appear to me to be like, does it seem to be evil, this cudgel?
No, not really.
No? Okay, then yeah, I'll just grab them and oh yeah, I'm coming as I kind of secret them away somewhere.
You're
Is that
running
a
up and you
crutchel
got
in
this
your
bundle of stuff.
pants, Altair, or are you
No,
just
not at
happy to
all.
see
No.
Corm? No. Crutchel in my pants.
But yeah, so you hear this massive thing moving behind you and splashing in the water and then slurping and crunching on something as you head back towards the stairs and up and out. Maybe as you run past the two cairns that are there lying next to each other, you might catch a glimpse of a ghostly hand coming out of one of them, and the other one, kind of the stones being pushed aside and a more physical form rising up out of the cairn. But unless you want to stop and deal with them, that's essentially you guys can leave and get out.
Whoa, we're running.
So-
Water
okay.
bad.
Corm,
Yeah.
the hermit doesn't need this place anymore. I say we lock it up. We put the barrel over there, and then we have a shag shack.
How are you going to lock it up when Corm busted the door down?
With a new lock, or I pile stuff over it in the
A
meantime.
new
just for
door,
now.
maybe?
Yeah.
As we're going upstairs, Cormy's grabbing the torch and starting to light the hut on
Oh,
fire
yeah.
as he goes out.
Okay.
All right.
Burn the chaos away.
Not the shag shack.
And yeah, so you head into the night, possibly back towards town with the cabin burning behind you. But there's a part of Corm that knows that burning the cabin might cover the entrance with rubble, but the cavern is still there. And the thing in the water remains. And that's all I have for you for tonight.